Hello everybody, and welcome to Maimonides Mitzvah Moment, broadcasting today from Umami Sushi, and I'm here with my good friend Andrew Novak, and today we're going to talk about the mitzvah of tefillin. Today's mitzvah is lahaniach tefillin al hayat, to place tefillin on the hand. Yesterday we mentioned the mitzvah of putting tefillin on the head. I was trying to figure out, Andrew, what is the connection between sushi and tefillin?
They're both important to do on a daily basis.
All right. Okay, so very quickly, what is what are inside tefillin? Four portions from the Torah. Two of them we're very familiar with: Shema and V'haya im Shemaya, the first two sections of the Shema that we read. And then there's also an additional two short Torah portions from the book of Shemos, the second of the five books of the Torah, the parsha of Kadesh and V'haya Kiviyahu. What do all these four portions have in common? Each of them reference sections from the Torah that reference the mitzvah of tefillin within those portions. In the tefillin, we have Torah portions about the tefillin. Now, these four portions need to be written on parchment. And says the Rambam, two things are very critical when we talk about the inside of the tefillin. Number one, it's got to be written with black ink. So if you try to get artsy and purple ink or any color ink besides for black, not kosher. Also, it's got to be written on parchment from a kosher animal. So if it's tefillin are written on the hide of a non-kosher animal, not kosher. What about, let's say you have a kosher animal, but it was not slaughtered properly. Say a cow that was elderly or sick and died. You can't eat a meat from that cow, but it still is kosher for writing tefillin on that skin. Got it? Interesting?
Very.
Okay. Now, the Rambam also gives us 8 halachot when we're talking about the construction of the black boxes that the tefillin go into, and he says these halachot are critical. If you're missing any of them, then the tefillin are not kosher. So what does the Rambam say? He says, number one, where is it? I know those 8 things are here somewhere. Hold on. There we go. All right. So he says, first of all, they have to be exactly square. Perfect squares. If they're not exact squares, not kosher. Number 2, it's got to be, you got to have a shin on each side of the head tefillin. Number 3, before you take those scrolls, you wrap and put them inside the boxes. They need to be rolled up, and then they need to be covered in a piece of fabric. And then that's item number 3. Number 4, you need to take a piece of hair from the animal and tie it around the fabric, and then this way it goes into the box. Another thing, you need to use sinews of the animal, and this way you gotta to once you put the portions in, you gotta sew the boxes back up, and for that you use the sinews from the animal, and then you need to, on this box, you need to create a little canal or a little area that the tefillin wrap, that the straps of the tefillin go through, and then the straps need to be black, so any other color like the ink on the inside, the straps on the outside need to be black. And finally, you need to have a special knot that's in the shape of a dalet in order for the tefillin to be kosher, a very specific knot. The Rambam doesn't talk that you can't describe it in text, but the Rambam says that knot that we have a tradition that's been passed on through the generations, you need that in order for the tefillin to be kosher.